Hey everybody, so today we're going to talk about how to use equations to solve percent problems. Now the method that I'm going to show you here you can use to solve any type of percent problem. So we talked about how to find the percent of a number, how to find the whole, and how to find a certain percent given the part and the whole. So this equation is going to solve all three of those types of problems in one step. So if you have a problem such as like this skeleton is showing you here, some percent of some number is something, you may be looking for the percent, you might be looking for what this number is here, and you might be looking for what this number is here. It just depends on the problem. But the method I'm going to show you here can solve any of those. So here's what you would do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be done in this order. It depends on the way the problem is phrased. But you would turn your percent into a decimal by dividing it by 100. Turn the word of into a multiplication sign. Turn the word is into an equal sign. Wherever you see the word what, you're going to turn that into a variable. All right. So let's look at a couple examples so we really get how to do this. All right. So 65% of 50 is what number? All right, let's go through our steps. 65% we're going to turn into a decimal. We're going to divide that by 100 to get 0.65. Of is going to become a multiplication sign. 50 just stays 50. Is becomes an equal sign. What number? So we're looking for this. So let's use the variable y. All right, so here's our equation. 65 hundredths times 50 equals y. So this is pretty straightforward. Just do your multiplication and you're going to get your answer. So 65 hundredths times 50. We get 32 and a half. So 32 and a half is the number we're looking for. 32 and a half equals y. All right, that's nice and easy, okay? But then what if you have a problem like this? 82% of what number is 99? So let's go through this. 82%, let's turn it to a decimal. 0.82. Remember, we're dividing that percent by 100. We're not simply writing the decimal point in front of our first number. So 82% becomes 82 hundredths. Of becomes times. Okay, what number? So this is what we're looking for. So let's give it a y. Is becomes equals 99. So 82 hundredths times y equals 99. How do you find out what y is now? This is what we would call a one-step equation. And in order to solve it, we undo this operation by performing its opposite. So the opposite operation would be division. So we're going to divide by 82 hundredths. Now in algebra, whatever you do to one side of your equal sign, you have to do to the other. So we also have to divide 99 by 82 hundredths. So this is going to cancel out, leaving us with y all by itself. 99 divided by 82 hundredths is going to give us 120 and 73 hundredths. So that's our number. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and clear this and go on to the next slide. We have a few more practice problems. 30% of 117 is what? So let's change 30% to a decimal. We can write it as 3/10. Of becomes multiplication. 117 is becomes equals, and what? Let's give it a y. So we multiply 3/10 times 117. 35 and 1/10. So that's what we're looking for. What percent of 88.6 is 70? So what percent? Let's give it a variable. Of multiply 88.6 is becomes equals. So to solve for this, we're going to divide by 88.6. Oops. So y is going to be, so if we do this division here, see, we're going to get this decimal, 79 hundredths. Now, we're not done here because we're looking for a percent. This is not our percent, okay? 70 is not less than 1% of 88.6. Remember, when you have a decimal, to turn it into a percent, you have to multiply it by 100. So 76 multiplied by 100, I'm sorry, 76 hundredths multiplied by 100 is 76%. All right. We'll do this last problem and we'll call it a day, because all these problems over here are similar structure to these. So 73% of what is 156.4? So 73 percent as a decimal would be 73 hundredths of, becomes multiplication, what, give it a y, is our equal sign, 156 and 4/10. Okay, we're going to divide to solve. Uh, 156 and 4/10 divided by 73 hundredths, 214 and 2/10. All right, so that's it for this video. I think that this makes sense. I hope that I helped you out, and join me next time.